Welcome back. I'm Richard Robinson, and today we're counting down the top 8 loudest, most chaotic US cities, places where peace and quiet don't stand a chance. First up, New York City, the heavyweight champ of urban noise. If you've ever set foot in the Big Apple, you know that silence is a rare commodity here. From the moment you arrive, the city greets you with a wall of sound that never lets up. It's not just noise, it's a living, breathing symphony of chaos, energy and life that pulses through every street and alleyway. New York isn't just a city that never sleeps, it's a city that never, ever shuts up. Sirens wail at all hours, slicing through the air as ambulances and fire trucks race down crowded avenues. Jackhammers pound relentlessly, echoing off skyscrapers as construction crews work around the clock to keep the city growing. The screech of subway brakes is a constant reminder that beneath your feet, an entire world is in motion. Add to that the honking of impatient taxi drivers, the shouts of street vendors hawking everything from hot dogs to knockoff handbags, and the rumble of delivery trucks unloading before sunrise. Together these sounds create a non-stop soundtrack that defines New York, day and night. Even Central Park, the city's so-called oasis, is alive with its own unique buzz. Joggers' feet slap the pavement in steady rhythm, dogs bark and tug at their leashes, and street musicians set up impromptu drum circles that draw crowds and applause. Children's laughter rings out from playgrounds, cyclists weave through the paths with bells chiming, and couples chat animatedly on benches. The park may offer a patch of green, but it's never truly quiet. There's always a hum of activity, a reminder that in New York, even nature gets swept up in the city's relentless energy. And then there's Times Square, chaos incarnate. Here, blinding neon lights flash from every direction, illuminating seas of people who surge across crosswalks with barely an inch to spare. Costume performers pose for photos, street preachers shout their messages, and the relentless buzz of conversation fills the air. Giant billboards flicker and change, advertising everything from Broadway shows to the latest tech gadgets. Tourists snap selfies, taxis crawl through the crowds, and the sheer density of humanity makes personal space a distant memory. If you're looking for peace and quiet, Times Square is the last place you'll find it. Of course, all this noise comes with perks. New York is a global capital of food and culture, where you can savor world-class cuisine in bustling restaurants, catch a jazz set in a smoky club, or mingle at art gallery openings that draw crowds from around the world. But if you crave quiet, you'll have to search hard, because the city's relentless energy will drown out even your deepest thoughts. People cover their ears on busy streets, but most just learn to tune it all out, adapting to the city's constant roar as if it were the most natural thing in the world. In NYC, the only thing more common than grabbing a slice of pizza at 3 a.m. is the sound of a million lives unfolding at full volume. Even in the dead of night, the city pulses with activity. Delivery cyclists race through traffic, friends laugh outside bars, and neon signs cast their glow over late-night diners. Here, the noise isn't just background, it's the heartbeat of a city that refuses to be quiet. A place where every moment is amplified, and every story is told at the top of its lungs. Next, Los Angeles, a city where the traffic never stops, and neither does the noise. The endless honking, revving engines and stressed palm trees are just the beginning. Nightlife spills onto the streets, helicopters buzz overhead, and construction is constant. Even Hollywood's glamour can't mask the city's urban roar. Unless you find tranquility in gridlock and pool parties, LA won't be your sanctuary. Welcome to Chicago, famously known as the Windy City, a nickname that captures not just the blustery gusts off Lake Michigan, but also the city's relentless, vibrant noise. Here, the wind is only part of the story. The real commotion comes from the city's heartbeat, a constant, pulsing energy that never seems to rest. From the moment you step onto the streets, you're greeted by a symphony of sounds. Honking horns, chattering crowds, and the ever-present hum of urban life. Chicago is a city that's always in motion, where the weather and the people seem to compete for your attention. The L train screeches overhead, its metallic roar echoing between glass towers as it snakes through the city. Below, downtown Chicago is a hive of activity. Office workers rushing to meetings, tourists snapping photos, and locals weaving through the crowds with practiced ease. On weekends, the city transforms yet again as festivals take over the streets. From food fairs to music, parades. There's always something happening, and the air is thick with excitement and the mingled aromas of deep dish pizza and sizzling street food. Crossing the street in Chicago can feel like a contact sport. Pedestrians surge forward the instant the light changes, dodging taxis and delivery trucks with a mix of determination and good humor. The city's energy is infectious, and it never dips below enthusiastic. Whether you're navigating a packed crosswalk or joining a spontaneous dance party in the park, you can't help but get swept up in the momentum. Chicagoans are known for their resilience and their passion, and it shows in every step they take. Even the weather seems determined to make its presence known. One moment the sun is shining, the next, a sudden thunderstorm rolls in, sending winds howling through the streets and rain drumming on rooftops. Lightning flashes over the skyline, and thunder rattles the windows, adding another layer to the city's ever-present soundtrack. In Chicago, the elements are as lively and unpredictable as the people who call it home, and every day brings a new kind of chaos. Amidst all this commotion, Chicago's arts and food scene shine brightly. The city is a haven for creativity, with world-class galleries, vibrant street art, and a culinary landscape that draws food lovers from around the globe. From bustling food markets to packed restaurants, there's always a new flavor to discover or a new exhibit to explore. But with so much happening, moments of true serenity are rare and fleeting, often lost in the shuffle of daily life. In a city that thrives on movement and noise, finding peace and quiet can feel as elusive as a Cubs World Series win once was. Yet, if you look closely, you'll find pockets of calm, a quiet park bench at sunrise, an empty stretch of lakefront, or the rare moment when the city pauses to catch its breath. These are the hidden gems that make Chicago's constant commotion all the more remarkable, reminding us that even in the busiest places, tranquility can still be found. Welcome to Miami, where the party never ends and the city pulses with energy long after the sun goes down. Here, the night is just the beginning of the adventure. As the sun sets, the city transforms into a playground for night owls, thrill seekers, and anyone who craves excitement. Miami's skyline glows with neon lights and the streets come alive with music, laughter, and the promise of unforgettable memories. In Miami, quiet is a foreign concept. The city's legendary nightlife is fueled by neon-lit clubs, thumping beats, and dance floors packed with people from all walks of life. Whether you're drawn to the glamorous rooftop bars or the underground dance halls, there's a rhythm for everyone. The energy is contagious, and it's impossible not to get swept up in the celebration. But the party doesn't stop at the club doors. Miami's beaches are just as lively, with crowds gathering day and night to soak up the sun, play volleyball, or simply dance in the sand. Street festivals and parades fill the city with color and sound, turning every block into a stage for celebration. From Art Deco parades to spontaneous drum circles, there's always something happening. Even in the most unexpected places, the party finds you. Cars cruise down the streets with stereos blasting reggaeton, and it's not unusual to stumble upon a block party in a quiet residential neighborhood. The city's soundtrack is a mix of Latin beats, laughter, and the constant hum of excitement. In Miami, celebration is a way of life, and everyone is invited. Miami's chaos is its charm. The city thrives on its vibrant, unpredictable energy. Every night brings new faces, new music, and new stories. Locals and visitors alike are drawn to the electric atmosphere, where every moment feels like a scene from a movie. The streets are alive with possibility, and the sense of freedom is intoxicating. But if you're searching for peace and quiet, you might want to look elsewhere. Even at sunrise, when the city briefly catches its breath, the echoes of the night's festivities linger in the air. Finding a quiet corner can feel like searching for a mirage in the desert. Miami is a city that never truly sleeps. Unless you're the type who can nap between bursts of bass and laughter, you might find yourself longing for a little peace. The city's heartbeat is relentless, and even behind closed doors, the sounds of celebration seep in. For some, it's exhilarating. For others, it's exhausting. So if you're dreaming of a peaceful paradise, Miami might not be your ideal escape. But if you crave adventure, connection, and a city that never stops moving, Miami is ready to welcome you to the party. Just don't expect to get much rest. Las Vegas, where neon lights and relentless noise rule the night, casinos, nightclubs, and live shows create a sensory overload that never lets up. Even hotel rooms can't escape the city's constant buzz. Vegas is a playground for excitement, but silence is a rare jackpot. Here, peace and quiet are the real long shots. San Francisco's chaos is a blend of tech hustle tourist crowds and non-stop street noise. Cable cars clang construction echoes and foghorns remind you the bay is always near. Tourist hotspots and even parks are alive with activity and sound. If you're seeking mellow, San Francisco's lively soundtrack won't let you forget where you are. New Orleans lives and celebrates at full volume. Jazz bands, parades, and festivals fill the streets with music and energy. Bourbon Street never sleeps, and even neighborhoods buzz with porch parties and jam sessions. The city's heartbeat is always loud, always inviting. If you're not ready to join the parade, you'll want to find a quieter corner. Finally, Houston, where everything, including the noise, is bigger. Sprawling highways, endless construction, and constant traffic form the city's daily chorus. Neighborhoods and suburbs alike buzz with activity, from markets to sports venues. Even miles from downtown, leaf blowers and delivery trucks keep things lively. Houston's energy is magnetic, but tranquility is a rare find. For true peace, you'll need to head far beyond the city limits. That's our list of America's loudest cities, urban jungles where chaos reigns and quiet is a luxury. Share your own noisy city stories in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more adventures into American life. Let me know if you need further tightening or adjustments.